the South Africa squad is in. And it's interesting, exciting. As you can see, I'm in basically an empty media room just in the Stade Velodrome at Marseille, Argentina. I've got some press activity, which I'm going to be at in a bit. But I wanted to make sure I got here nice and early so that I could be sat down. As I've just sat myself down, and ready for the Springbok squad announcement. Rassie always has a surprise for us up his sleeve, always keeps us guessing. It's like Christmas every day when there's a Springbok team announcement, which we've had to wait until Friday to get. And Rassie Erasmus was quite honest about that. He wanted to wait for France's team, see what they were doing. So they then moved their team announcement later. So we'll get that in a couple of hours, at which point I'll do a combined team. But the questions coming into this were Libbok or Pollard. It was Duane Vermeulen or Jasper Wiese. It was Lukhanyo Am or Jesse Creel. And it was, what was the bench composition going to be? 5-3, 6-2, 7-1. 8-0, or even Rassie joked about a 4-4. Well, here it is. You've seen the team now, and we thought the question marks were surrounding France's scrum half. Who saw Cobus Reinach and Marnie Libbok being the halfback pairing? If you predicted that, fair play. I don't believe you, though. I don't believe you. That's a massive call. Massive call. Let's go through them step by step. So the fly half, I don't see that as a big call. Or it is a big call, but the fact that Handré Pollard is on the bench as part of a 5-3 split, I think that makes that okay. Whichever way round you do that, I think you're okay with it. Having the insurance policy of Handré Pollard is all you need. Marnie Libbok has been what this team has been built around for a while now, and he has got the keys to unlock any defence, particularly with the firepower they've got outside him. So starting with Marnie Libbok, I think makes a lot of sense. Having the insurance policy of Handré Pollard means, well, that's great. You can go into that game with a lot more confidence. Whichever way around that goes, some people might have said Pollard with Libbok on the bench, and some people the other way around. I probably would have gone Pollard to start, but with the fact they're both involved, that's all that would matter to me. Am or Creel, well, I think probably it was maybe a fanciful idea to think that Lukhanyo Am could come straight back in and start in a World Cup quarter-final. Who knows, maybe he'll make an appearance later in the tournament if the Springboks get there. But Jesse Creel's been great, and he's got the muscle tone of a chimp. He's so shredded, that man. Duane Vermeulen, Jasper Wiese, again, I see that as kind of I kind of trust the coaches on that one. They see him every day in training. Whichever one of those that they go with, I think most people would go, okay, I'll accept that. I think the experience of Duane Vermeulen, the pedigree, he's got the calm head, he's been there and done it, and he's a slightly bigger body as well. Well, no, a much bigger body. I think that is the reason why. It's maybe a surprise that Wiese isn't even in the matchday 23, but all good so far. And then we come to scrum half. Faf de Klerk, World Cup winning scrum half, the ever-present in that side. They've tinkered with other potential ones. There was a period when Hendricks was the boy. Grant Williams looked like he was coming in. Cobus Reinach's always been the kind of number two. He's never been really the number one. And here he is in a World Cup quarter-final, potentially facing off against Antoine Dupont. I mean, that is a massive call, and that is the little surprise package that Rassie and Jacques Nienaber have got for us. I mean, you can't argue with his form. The little snipes around the base. He's going to keep that French defence honest. He's an absolute live wire. And now the selection's actually made, you can kind of go, okay, yeah, I see it. That's cool. That makes sense. But it's Faf de Klerk, the man who guided them to a World Cup. What this says to me is if you look at the starting halfbacks and the halfbacks that are on the bench, this says to me, South Africa's game plan is roll the dice, go for it, get a lead, and then bring Faf de Klerk and Handré Pollard, two excellent kicking fly halves, bring them on to guide them home. So I think South Africa have to be in front with 50, 60 minutes. What's interesting about that is, and here's an amazing fact, France have only one time, under Fabien Galtier, have France been behind at half-time. That was against Ireland in the Six Nations this year. The one time they've been behind at half-time. Other than that, it's never happened. That's what South Africa have to do, as I see it. That is their route to victory. Tell me what you think, though, obviously, in the comments. What was your reaction when you saw the team? What do you think of the 23? I mean, when you just think about the talent that isn't in the South African 23, it's amazing, isn't it? Kane Moody, Lucanio Am, just a couple of names straight away. Makazole Mapimpi, Grant Williams. They've got some absolute ballers that can't even make the 23. So whatever squad that South Africa put out is going to be massive contenders. But how do you think they're going to get on against France? Do you agree with me that this is go for it early and then have the calm heads come on and guide it home late? That's my gut feeling when I see that, but I cannot wait to see the French team. That comes out at 11:30. When we've got both sides, I'll do my combined 23-man squad. So hopefully I will see you on that video. And one easy way to make sure you don't miss it is to hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, leave your comments, and I'll see you on the next one. This is getting very real.